Hey, I'm Mohammed Fairouz and I write music. I was drawn to In the Shadow of No Towers after being introduced to art through, like most people, through Mouse. As a New Yorker, exploring the aftermath of 9/11 and the complex ways that we've reacted to the tragedy has been something I've wanted to write about for a really long time. But it's also something that I did not want to write a piece that memorialized the event. I didn't necessarily want to write a memorial for the victims because I wanted to write a piece, because that's been done. I wanted to write a piece that explored the aftermath of the event. And I also wanted to write a piece that explored things in a sort of through the lens of the comic book, which in itself is two steps removed, because it's so easy to do emotional exploitation almost, like write a really sentimental piece about such an emotional topic with so much baggage and it means so much to so many people, and that for me seems cheap. So I wanted to do something that I felt was a real commentary on the aftermath and cultural criticism, and actually, something that was critical in a constructive way of the way that we've responded to the aftermath. I've been seeing for the better part of 10 years what's been happening, not only here but in the rest of the world, and it's been something that we've been able to experience. So, the only the new normal is the very literal representation of the ABA panel in which the events unfold. The rest of the piece is really about the aftermath, and it's about what happens afterwards, and it brings us, I think, to the present day. Well, the elegy for my city is just a small part of it. It's part of the anniversaries movement, which is the final movement of In the Shadow of No Towers. It's a symphony in four movements, so it actually has a really classical structure, classical architecture to it. And anniversaries is a sort of bolero-like movement that starts very quietly and builds up and builds up and builds up. And every anniversary, the towers become larger and larger. They become larger than life. We lose track of the realities of life and death on that day, and it becomes more something that it becomes more an issue of commemorations and anniversaries and this, that, and next thing. So anniversaries, in a sense, is the only place in the piece where those elegies are appropriate, because it's it's in a way a commentary on the way that we've memorialized the event. So it's sort of like meta memory. So I felt the need to sort of expand the repertoire of the wind ensemble. And I think it's a wonderful medium to explore this topic, because you have every instrument in the wind ensemble has to be activated by human breath. And it's a symbol of hope when you're exploring the aftermath of a great catastrophe, to explore it in a way using the human breath. And because to breathe is to be still alive, and to still be aware of being alive.